Hello, Soul Tribe. Welcome to the Divine Sophia Healing Garden. I am Queen Coco, and this is where you come to heal and elevate. Those on their spiritual or healing journey should subscribe because on this channel, we'll discuss all things spiritual. Mind, body, and soul alignment is the goal. Uploads on Wednesdays and Fridays. Thanks for tuning in to our 18 Days of Affirmations, Inspirations, and Advice series. In this sequence, I'll be using 3 Oracle card decks to help you connect to Spirit and get the comfort and guidance your soul needs now. Start or reignite your spiritual healing journey and learn valuable tools to keep you open and receptive to the abundance of the universe. You can try these spiritual exercises to help develop your skills. Use the videos in this playlist consecutively or intuitively choose the video that calls to you. There's no wrong way to begin, so let's dive right in. A huge step in any journey is developing a growth mindset. How do you do that? Engage, expand, explore. Well, how do you do that? One way is to use affirmations. Affirmations help you expand your mindset. They give you permission to explore or engage new things. If you're beginning your healing journey and don't quite know where to start, this is the place. Or if you need a refresh, restart, or reboot on your journey, this is definitely the place. There are no coincidences. You are in the right space, right time, right place to connect. We'll start this journey together with the Divine Abundance Oracle by Tosha Silver. I was guided to choose 18 healing affirmations from this beautiful deck for us to invite into our lives over the next few weeks. Each day, Spirit will choose an affirmation to engage and a quick spiritual exercise to help us expand or enhance our spiritual toolboxes. To wrap up, we'll explore the advice that is given to help us move past spiritual blockages. If you find challenges, no worries. Do the exercises at your own pace and pick up where you left off. And for additional help with overcoming spiritual conflicts, check out my video on how to avoid common traps on your journey. It's time to heal and elevate. Welcome to 18 days of affirmations, inspirations, and answers on your journey. Ready? Let's go. Okay, let's get started. Today is April 18th. That's 1 plus 8 equals 9. And if you know your soul math, 9 is the number of self-confidence, spiritual growth, and independence. This is also the year of 9, and we're in the 4th month with the energy of number 4, foundation, security, and stability. So this is a good day to embrace spiritual growth. But it doesn't matter what day you're seeing this. Just know that this was started on a good day with good intentions, and you are now in the right place at the right time to expand your wisdom and self-awareness. So, we're diving deep into this godly number with 18 days of affirmations in April to set or reset our foundations and get past spiritual blockages. Hey everybody, so glad you could be here with me for day 1 of the Affirmations, Inspirations, and Advice series. I brought in the decks here for you to see which decks I'll actually be using. If you are interested in those right here. These are the decks that I'll be using today. I want to jump right in. I'm so excited to get started with this series. We're going to do this for 18 days. We're calling in the affirmations to engage and inspiration through spiritual exercises. That's what we'll be using this deck for. Affirmations, inspirations, and advice. So 3 decks, and I have my tarot cards also that will pull for deeper advice or inspiration. So let's just jump right in. Again, I'm so excited to be doing this. It's time for me to really expand myself. So let's get right to it. So I have 18 cards that I pulled from this first deck of Tosha Silver. 18 cards that I pulled from that deck, and it's like really beautiful artwork and stuff on there, and I'll show it to you as we move on. But we go, I may just spread them out sometime. I may shuffle them because they're so little. It's not that many of them. It's a big deck, but these were the ones I was guided to pick to work with. So, and I may just spread them out and, you know, use my intuition to pick the card that I think I'm feeling. Let's see. Awakening. Oh, wow. Okay, what a beautiful, beautiful card to start for the first of the series. I love that. Awakening, because look, we're going to talk about all things spiritual on this channel. I already said that. And that's a huge thing there, awakening. So this is the affirmation to engage. Let's see. We'll go ahead and read that and get tuned into this. Look at the beautiful, beautiful artwork. This is why I was encouraged to pull from these cards, because the colors just jump out at you. I mean, they're so beautiful to me. And let me see. So awakening, let's just get into the affirmation here. Oh, my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. So that is the affirmation that we are engaging. This is a book. These are a deck of affirmation cards. Now, depends on where you're at in your awakening. You know, if you refer to Lord as God's source universe, it's all one big universal energy. We come from one source, you know, then you would use this as an affirmation, or you can use it as this particularly, or just you're asking to hear your own instincts, your own common sense, to hear your inner voice, your soul. So we'll come back to that one. I want to go ahead and lay out the inspirational exercise. And I think I'll just lay out all the cards and get the full oracle message. But I'm just excited to see that card jump out on the first day, you know, from my intuition. And this is what this channel is about, tapping into your intuition. I'm not going to, well, I don't want to just tell you what the cards mean or any of that. I want you to also be involved. What do you see with all these colors and the greens and stuff? So, and then we'll talk about how they're related to your chakras and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I just want to get now the spiritual exercise to help us expand or enhance our spiritual toolbox here. The what Spirit is giving us advice to do for inspiration during this time of awakening. Oh, I love it. I love how that just came out on the first one. So much, dear guides. Okay. They are ready. Trying to stay within the frame here because this is a smaller space that I'm working with here. So let's see, what do we have with awakening? The affirmation to engage is to invite your awakening, invite that clarity of mind, invite a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, being, invite your soul awakening to come into you. That's the affirmation that we're going to talk about engaging. But the inspiration or the spiritual exercise that we're going to try is protect. I love that. I love that. I'll tell you a little bit about my prayer as I began my awakening for protect. But yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and pull the advice also so we can get the full oracle picture from the oracle cards here. Protect. Okay. protect yourself during this period, during this awakening period. It's time for you to really reach out and connect in a lot of different ways. So you have to protect yourself. You have to learn how, if you don't already know, to not be afraid to go out and do things because you feel protected. You feel guided. You're not, but you got to know how to protect yourself. I'm going to go ahead and pull the advice for today to round out the oracle cards, and then we'll go a little deeper with tarot to see what's going on in the background, possibly. Okay, that's right there. Thank you so much for being here with me on my first day. Oh my goodness. Okay. Just feeling the spirit of gratitude right now. Let me get these. Alrighty. And it is celebrate, 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 celebrate. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's look at the overall thing. Okay, we'll start here. There's awakening, and you're also being called in to protect yourself and put up some shields, okay? And celebrate. Okay, so let's dive deeper into that. First of all, let's get into the affirmation to engage. Let's go into it. Okay, so, oh my Lord, wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. So you are calling for clarity, for your soul to awaken. So the affirmation that you would use, if you do not want to use this one word for word, and you can use this word for word, because if you're earnest about it, if you feel it in your soul, if you make a connection to it, you can use it word for word there. However, you can take some version of this. This is in green because you're calling from your heart space. You know, that's what I'm feeling jumping out of these cards here, all these greens here. This is a beckoning from your soul, connecting to your heart space here. So it's saying, I'm calling on my own instincts, my own intuition. So you can pull from your heart space and say, I love myself, to trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust my common sense, the common sense or the intuition of my higher self, my higher being. That's what you're connecting to, your higher being, when you're going through an awakening. I just love that. So that's you can use that affirmation as a guide to help engage yourself and really step into your awakening now. But as you do that, Spirit is letting you know, let's do this exercise in protection as you go into your awakening stage. So here we are, protect. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protections in place, okay? Look at that card there. Get some protections in place. So you're calling for some things that your soul is yearning for. That's going to bring all types of things. It's going to bring creativity, things where you'll want to go out and venture out, and you need to feel protected as you venture out. That's what Spirit is saying. You need to feel like you can go forward. So set healthy boundaries for yourself. Your spiritual exercise for the next day or for this next week, however long you choose to do the exercise for, but is to set healthy boundaries for yourself. Protect your energy as you venture out into your new awakened space. So get some protections in place. So I love that, because when I first started my journey, I had to think of the prayer, the thing I would say, the incantation, however you want to put it, that I would say for connecting with the spirit world. If you are just venturing out and you're starting to connect to your angels, your ancestors, your guides, sit down and think of your opening statement that calls in your protection, your guidance, and their love for you. And that's how you start with that. This is very exciting to be awakening in this way. Your soul is yearning for something. So that's probably why Celebrate is here. I mean, it's feeling good. Let's see what Celebrate said. This is your advice for today. Okay. So you're going through an awakening stage that's about to open up for you if it hasn't already. So there are some boundaries that you need to set for your protection, and for your own good, just so people won't take advantage of how open the universe wants you to be. So anyway, so Celebrate. Your advice for today with all of that, your advice for today is you're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment, no matter how big or small. Do something special to commemorate the moment. You deserve that and so much more. I love that. I love that. As you venture out, this is like saying, okay, we just told you to protect yourself, but we're not telling you to climb into a shell and not venture out. Protect yourself because we want to open up and show you some things. However, some things you may want to, that you are going to want to celebrate about, that you are going to want to, environments that you're going to want to be around. So look, start thinking about the small celebrations, the big celebrations. Start thinking about that and bringing that energy, that flow into your life. You deserve a moment of celebration right now. That's what your guides, your angels, your ancestors say you do. You have, so that tells me, and we'll probably see it with tarot. That tells me that a lot of people that's watching this has been doing some spiritual work toward their awakening. Okay, and then what's probably about to happen is you're about to step up on some things, and you really need to make sure you got some boundaries in place, and people are respecting your spiritual growth. And this is going to be really a time that you're going to celebrate your soul, because you're going to start seeing the things that you really want to see come to fruition for you. So, but you got to start calling in that energy of celebration. Oh man, because I kind of see this as sort of like past, present, future as we roll out with tarot, especially. But yeah, an awakening has been called in order. The next step for a lot of you, it's the next step in your awakening. So welcome to this affirmation. Look, welcome to this series here. This is going to help you. This is probably a huge step in your awakening process, with just helping you be open to the world. These spiritual exercises are not something that is written in stone. All that's being asked of you today is to protect yourself, set some boundaries, set some healthy boundaries for your energy. That's it, And so you're going to have to take some time to think about who's wrecking my energy, what's wrecking my energy. And beyond that, you make the moves to remove yourself from it, or them from however that goes, and move on into the energy of celebration, with this new stage of awakening. Oh my goodness. It is exciting. Something to celebrate. Thank you so much, dear guides. Let's get some deeper cards. Tarot. Try not to slam the tarot table. Let's see where we go. Where do we go from here? I don't know if that's a song for somebody or what. Oh, I am loving this energy. This new awakening is going to bring you a level of independence that you have never seen before. Oh my goodness. A great love here. It could be for some people who are doing this exercise with this Ace of Cups here and the King and Queen here. Oh my goodness, it could definitely be that. Oh wow, let's just look deeper here. We have The Nine of Pentacles, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is a chance happening, something maybe, like I said, a leveling up in your awakening stage. If you're already in the middle of your awakening stage, this is a great leveling up. It's a chance. The Wheel of Fortune is turning. And I have this saying also, the wheel keeps turning. All that is due is coming. And that's what I associate with this card. Whatever you've put out, good or bad, it's going to come back to you. And so as the wheel turns, you need to be in the right space, right time for what you need to accept. And that's your independence. The next level of this stage of awakening is going to bring you a level of independence and growth. Because look here, like I said in the introduction, and please, if you haven't, the introduction is attached at the bottom of this. If you haven't watched the introduction, it just kind of tells you how things may play out, but it's really easy going, as you can see. But this is the year of 9, and 9 showed up in this reading. Independence, a good 9. There's some 9s that are like the 9 of Swords, about anxiety and worry and stuff. But this is the 9 of Pentacles, which really truly is a good example of the energy of number 9, which is self-confidence and independence and spiritual growth. That's the energy of 9. That's the year we're in. So that's all synchronistic with coming out here, and you got 9 here and 10 there. That's sort of like an elevation. I'm just loving this. So anyway, the 9 of Pentacles is that. It's about independence and growth and being able to count your coins and bless yourself and bless others and still get your spiritual groove on. I love the energy of the 9 of Pentacles here, but a chance for that is coming through this awakening here. And as it said here, oh my goodness, protect your desires, protect your energy in a way that does not, where people are not cramping your creativity. This is the Queen of Creativity. This is you flourishing out in the world. And some people see that. They see independence, they see flourishment, they see all of that, and all they see is green envy, not the green of the heart space. So that's why you need to set some boundaries so that people aren't trying to cramp your creativity. That's what I'm hearing. Whatever you are going to be awakening to requires a lot of your sacral chakra here and your solar plexus chakra here. I'm looking at that. It requires a lot of your creativity and your personal power with all this yellow in here. Yes, so protect your creative self, your creative mind, your creative energy. And I mean this, like, even if it's like in business wise and stuff, because this is the boss queen too. What you're putting out, what you're awakening to may bring you lots of dough. It may bring you a lot of prosperity, and the abundance here is also what I'm pulling out of this card here. So it's a good time to protect yourself and make sure that your creativity, you're not, your ideas, you're keeping them to yourself in so many respects until they've flourished and grown, and you can stamp your own on that. Okay, so celebrate. Oh my goodness, you're being asked to celebrate a recent accomplishment. So hey, if you can't think of a recent accomplishment that you did, then go back a little bit further. I don't care if you got to go back to childhood, because that means you might need to do some child work in that area, some inner child work or something like that. But I'm saying go back and grab something, a vision. And the purpose of this is for you to go back and grab a vision that can bring you into a higher vibration. You can remember when you were at the top of your game here. Kings are about mastering. This is a mastery of the emotional space as well as everything else. He's the king because he doesn't overreact, and he's not too pushy or anything like that. He leads with love. He leads with his heart space, and he doesn't hardly go wrong with that. So you got the Ace of Cups here. This is like Spirit offering you this security, this fulfillment. I'm feeling like right in here, like a 9 of Cups energy, like a real fulfilling energy. So that's what Spirit is offering you and wanting you to look out for and tap into, to start raising your vibration and making sure you're accepting this awakening, this next stage. And I keep saying this awakening because some people are just waking up, and some people are in level 2, 3, 4, 17 of their awakening, however long it takes, so um, this is just overall a good exercise for you guys to try and be open to your awakening by saying your affirmation, which is I can hear my own instincts, my own common sense. I tap into my intuition. I listen and trust my higher self toward my awakening, especially, and to protect your set some boundaries and protect your energy, especially your creative space, and call in more of those celebratory memories, okay, to help you master this energy and move on from it, because there is a great gift here with this Ace of Cups. There's a great gift waiting for you in this awakening, in this next stage here, which helps you kind of really with a mastery of your emotional space. So that's really beautiful energy. Yeah, it's like heart and mind alignment. This is your creative space, and this is your heart space, your spiritual space, your heart space, all of that aligning together. And that's a really good space to be in. The Wheel of Fortune is changing, a new stage in your awakening. Come on. Let's do this. All right. So that's your advice for today. Your advice is to do something special, to remember a moment that you did something special. Okay? All right, and call in that energy. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. With much love and gratitude. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.